Hello everyone and welcome back to Xbox Nation. My name is Fletcher and today we'll be diving into some incredible games you need to check out on Xbox Game Pass this December. We've got everything from mind-bending indies to AAA blockbusters, so whether you're looking for epic adventures, some intense battles, or games just to vibe with your friends, Game Pass has you covered. Today we're diving into 20 games that you can play right now. Some of these are brand new releases and all of them are worth your time. So grab your controllers, settle into your favorite gaming chair, subscribe down below for more Xbox content every single day, and let's jump right in. Let's kick things off with Metal Slug Tactics, a bold reinvention of the beloved arcade classic. This time, the action has been slowed down, but in the very best way possible, and it's into a grid-based tactical RPG. Fans of Fire Emblem or XCOM will feel right at home as you strategically maneuver your team for a variety of different missions. Every single iconic character from the Metal Slug universe brings unique abilities into this game, letting you really build out the perfect squad to take on some overwhelming odds. The visuals here really are a love letter to the series, combining the pixel perfect art of the original with modern dynamic lighting effects. But don't think this game is a walk in the park though. It has tactical gameplay which is punishingly challenging, requiring you to think 3 moves ahead at all times. The best part, you'll still be able to get that Metal Slug chaos with explosive weapons, oversized bosses, and intense battles. If you're a fan of strategy games or just missed that retro arcade vibe, then this one is a must play. As a recent addition to Xbox Game Pass, you can strap on your fedora because Indiana Jones and the Great Circle delivers the adventure you've been waiting for. Developed in partnership with Lucasfilm Games, this action-packed title combines the daring escapades of Indiana Jones with next-generation technology. Of course, you'll be traversing breathtaking locations, from sprawling deserts to forgotten temples in some dense jungles, and you'll be doing that all while solving intricate puzzles, battling enemy Nazis, and of course, wielding Indy's iconic whip. What really sets the Great Circle apart though is its focus on rich original narrative. It really feels like stepping into a classic indie movie. The titular Great Circle artifact is shrouded in mystery though, tied to ancient civilizations, and unlocks some truly wild gameplay mechanics as you progress. The combat is very fluid and cinematic, mixing melee and ranged options with an emphasis on improvisation. You'll be able to swing across chasms, commandeer vehicles, and fend off enemies with whatever you can find nearby. It really is a perfect blend of nostalgia and fresh ideas, making this a can't miss title for any adventurer on Xbox Game Pass. Very few games out there capture the eerie beauty of post-apocalyptic survival like Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl. This long-awaited sequel thrusts us into a hyper-realistic version of the Chernobyl exclusion zone, where every single step you take could mean death. The open world is very vast and unpredictable, filled with tons of mutants, radiation pockets, and anomalies that defy the laws of physics. The level of detail in the environments is, to be honest, utterly jaw-dropping, with dynamic weather, day and night cycles, and AI systems that will make the world feel alive and hostile. The game seamlessly blends that first-person shooting action with deep RPG mechanics, giving you choices that shape the outcome of your very own journey. Will you ally with factions to gain resources, or will you strike out on your own, trusting no one at all? The narrative dives deeper into the moral complexities of survival, with multiple endings depending on your actions. Plus, the gunplay is very gritty and realistic as it gets, forcing you to scavenge for ammo and maintain your very own weapons. If you're ready to lose yourself in a world as dangerous as it is mesmerizing, Stalker 2 delivers that in spades. The Black Ops series has always been a fan favorite, and Call of Duty Black Ops 6 did not disappoint. This entry takes everything you loved about this franchise, with its tight gunplay, cinematic storytelling, and addictive multiplayer, and really turned it up to 11. The campaign is darker and more personal, focusing on the psychological toll of war. With cutting-edge graphics and next-gen sound design, every explosion and firefight feels immersive and intense. The multiplayer experience has been completely revamped this time, introducing brand new maps, weapons, and game modes that cater to casual players and hardcore competitors alike. Also, let's not forget about the zombies mode. This time around, it's bigger and better, with sprawling round-based zombie maps, intricate Easter eggs, and a storyline that ties into the zombies universe. Whether you're here for the story, the fast-paced action, or the sheer chaos of zombies, Black Ops 6 is a powerhouse that should not be missed, and it was great to see it arrive day one on the Xbox Game Pass. Mech fans, this one's for you. MechWarrior 5 Clans takes the iconic mech combat of its predecessor and refines it into a deeper, more immersive experience. It's actually set during the clan invasion, and you'll command a squad of highly customizable mechs as you battle for supremacy in a galaxy-spanning conflict. Every single mission in this game feels massive in scale, with destructible environments, varied objectives, and enemy AI that keeps you on your toes. Customization really is, though, at the heart of this experience. You'll be able to tweak your mech's loadout down to the smallest detail, whether that's just focusing on firepower, speed, or defense. There really is a build for every single playstyle. But for me, it's not just about the combat in this game. You'll also be able to manage your resources, negotiate contracts, and make strategic decisions that impact your clan's success. The combination of tactical gameplay, rich lore, and explosive battles makes MechWarrior 5 Clans an absolute gem, especially for fans of giant robots and strategy games alike. If you've ever wanted to play a game that feels like an energy drink commercial that's come to life, then Sunset Overdrive is for you. Honestly, this is such a massively underrated gem from the Xbox One era, and I highly recommend you check out this exclusive if you haven't done so already. This action-adventure game is just pure chaos, set in a vibrant city overrun by mutants after a disastrous energy drink launch. The gameplay here is all about speed and creativity though. You'll be able to grind on rails, bounce off cars, and wall run your way through an open world that encourages constant movement. Combat is equally wild here, with an arsenal of outlandish weapons like the TNT Teddy, a teddy bear grenade launcher, and Flaming Compensator, which is a shotgun with an attitude. The game's tone is hilarious, but very self-aware, constantly breaking the fourth wall and delivering laugh-out-loud moments. If you're tired of overly serious games and you really just want to have some fun in this experience, then Sunset Overdrive is your ticket to pure unfiltered joy. Now, if you're an indie fan and you also love Hollow Knight, then you will definitely need to check out this next game. Nine Souls is a stunning mix of 2D platforming, tight combat, and a mysterious lore-rich world. It's developed by the creators of Detention and Devotion, and this game oozes style and atmosphere in every single moment. It's actually set in a cyberpunk world inspired by ancient Asian mythology, and you'll play as a vengeful hero on a journey to uncover the truth behind a powerful, enigmatic society known as the Nine Souls. Combat here is really the crown jewel, as to be expected. It's fluid, fast-paced, and deeply satisfying, combining parries, precise strikes, and dodging mechanics that feel ripped straight out of a Souls-like game, or just like Hollow Knight itself. But it's not just about fighting in this game. Platforming challenges you, and environmental puzzles keep the gameplay very diverse. The narrative is equally captivating, filled with cryptic characters, hidden secrets, and choices that reveal more about this intricately crafted world. Again, if you're into games like Hollow Knight or Ori, Nine Souls is going to hook you for hours upon hours. Now, if you're ready for some co-op carnage, Warhammer 40k Darktide is the ultimate squad-based action game, and it's set in the grimdark universe of Warhammer. If you loved Vermintide, this spiritual successor takes that same formula, with waves of enemies, cooperative gameplay, and intense melee combat, and really cranks it up with futuristic weaponry and grim urban settings. As one of the 4 inquisitorial operatives, you'll battle against a tide of chaos in the hive city of Tertium. Each of the character classes that you can choose from has unique abilities and weapons, really letting you experiment with different playstyles. The combat, as you come to expect with Warhammer, is very visceral and brutal, whether you're cleaving through heretics with a chainsword or gunning down mutants with a plasma rifle. The atmospheres are also very dark, atmospheric, and packed with Warhammer lore. Plus, constant updates and challenges mean there's always a reason to return to this addictive co-op experience. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 is a masterpiece in storytelling and immersion. This sequel to the critically acclaimed Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice builds on its predecessor with even more emotional depth, stunning visuals, and intense combat. The game continues Senua's journey as she battles both external enemies and also her inner demons. The sound design truly is a standout feature in this experience, using binaural audio to create an unsettling experience that really draws you into Senua's mental struggles. Every whisper and scream feels like it's happening around you, amplifying the game's psychological impact. The combat is even more refined this time though, blending brutal melee encounters with a cinematic flair that really does keep tensions high. It's more than just a game here though, it really is an emotional journey that tackles themes of mental health, trauma, and resilience. I have to say from my own personal experience that I highly recommend it, and it's a must-play experience for fans of narrative-driven games. If you're looking for something a bit more truly unique on this list, then Inscryption is the game for you. You may just think of it as a card game, but it also is so much more. It's a psychological thriller, an escape room, and a meta-narrative that constantly surprises you. You step into a dark cabin, forced to play cards with a mysterious figure, but as you progress throughout the game starts peeling back layers of its story, revealing twists and secrets you never saw coming. The card mechanics are very deep but accessible, blending deck building with roguelike elements. You'll sacrifice cards to summon stronger ones, balance risk and rewards, and face increasingly difficult challenges as you progress. What really makes Inscryption stand out though is its creepy atmosphere and storytelling. Just when you think you understand what's going on, the game really flips the script quite literally. If you're into games that defy conventions, then this one is a masterpiece. I highly recommend that you step into the gritty underworld of the 1930s with Mafia Definitive Edition, a full remake of the classic mob game. You will play as Tommy Angelo, a cab driver who gets pulled into the world of organised crime. The story here is very cinematic and gripping, filled with betrayal, power struggles, and the moral dilemmas of life as a gangster. The city of Lost Heaven is beautifully reimagined in this experience, with period-accurate cars, architecture, and music that immerses you in this era. Gameplay actually combines intense shootouts with high-speed chases, and a variety of missions that let you experience every facet of mob life. Whether you're navigating a tense negotiation or just storming an enemy hideout, the game really does keep you on edge. If you're a fan of crime dramas or just love a good narrative experience, then the Mafia Definitive Edition is a must-play. Expeditions, a Mudrunner game, is a very unique blend of exploration, strategy, and vehicular simulation. Unlike traditional driving games in the same genre, this one actually challenges you to navigate rugged off-road environments where every single decision matters. You'll be scouting terrain, planning routes, and manage your resources as you tackle treacherous conditions from muddy forests to icy mountains. The gameplay here though isn't just about driving, it's about problem solving. How do you get a heavy truck across a washed out bridge? What's the best way to distribute your fuel for a multi-day trek? It's a very slow, methodical experience that really does reward your patience and planning. The addition of the co-op mode also lets you tackle challenges with friends, adding a layer of teamwork into the mix. If you're tired of high-speed races and want something more grounded and realistic, then Expeditions offers a fresh take on the driving genre. From the lead gameplay designer of Limbo and Inside comes Cocoon, a brilliant indie experience that is as beautiful as it is thought-provoking. You will play as a small insect-like creature navigating a world of nested realities. Think worlds within worlds, but all interconnected in some surprising ways. The puzzles are brilliantly designed in this experience, challenging you to manipulate these worlds to solve some pretty intricate challenges. The art direction is also very mesmerizing, with surreal landscapes and vibrant colors that make every area just feel unique. The game's story is actually told wordlessly though, relying on visuals and atmosphere to create an emotional journey. It's the kind of game that sticks with you long after you finished, making it perfect for fans of smart, creative indie titles. Oh, and if you're an achievement hunter, you can get the 1000 gamer score in just under 6 hours. In Death's Door, you will play as a crow working as a reaper, collecting souls in a beautifully bleak world. This is one indie experience that has heavily gone on the radar for many years now, and I highly recommend you pick it up if you love these sort of trying indie experiences. The isometric action-adventure gameplay is very tight and rewarding, with challenging combat and intricate puzzles. Every single area is packed with hidden secrets, from many different hidden weapons to mysterious upgrades that enhance your overall abilities. The story is also pretty surprisingly emotional, exploring themes of loss, purpose, and morality. Boss battles though are really the highlight though, each requiring precise timing and strategy just to overcome. The hand-drawn art style and atmospheric soundtrack tie everything together, creating such an unforgettable indie experience. If you love games like Hades or The Legend of Zelda, you'll absolutely adore Death's Door. Right, it's time to saddle up for some supernatural Wild West action with Evil West. This third-person action game drops you into the boots of a vampire hunter, battling hordes of undead monsters in gritty, twisted version of American frontiers. The gameplay is all about brutal, fast-paced combat, and you'll use a mix of melee combat, high-powered firearms, and electrified gauntlets to pulverize your enemies into gory, over-the-top battles. What really sets Evil West apart though is its inventive enemy design and relentless action. Each encounter pushes you to switch up your strategies, whether you're taking down swarming ghouls or a towering vampire boss. Outside of combat, there's also a solid upgrade system that lets you enhance your gear and abilities to suit your playstyle. Oh, and the story, it's pulpy and fun, like a B-movie come to life, with plenty of dark humor and campy one-liners, and it really does remind me of some brilliant Xbox 360 games. If you're looking for something unapologetically action-packed, then Evil West is a bloody good time. Now, who really knew that cleaning could be this satisfying? PowerWash Simulator turns the mundane task of pressure washing into one of the most relaxing and oddly addictive gaming experiences out on the market. Your job in this game, well, is to clean everything, from muddy vehicles to grime-covered mansions, using an arsenal of nozzles, sprays, and cleaning solutions. The gameplay is very simple yet endlessly rewarding. There's something just so hypnotic about watching dirt vanish as you meticulously clean every nook and cranny of an object or environment. Whether you're working on a zen garden or a graffiti-covered playground, the game's variety of levels keeps things very interesting. You can even team up with your friends in a co-op mode to tackle larger projects together. It really is the perfect game game to unwind with after a long day or a chaotic multiplayer session. Who would have thought that the power of power washing could be the ultimate chilled out experience? Lies of P reimagines the story of Pinocchio, but in a dark gothic setting that's equal parts creepy but captivating. You play as Pinocchio, a puppet brought to life, navigating a sprawling, eerie city filled with grotesque enemies and dark secrets. The gameplay borrows heavily from Souls-like mechanics, featuring punishing but fair combat and rewards timing and strategy. You'll of course wield a variety of weapons, each with unique movesets, and customize Pinocchio's mechanical body to gain brand new abilities. It's kinda like extending your reach or boosting your defenses. But it's not just about the combat. The narrative presents more dilemmas where lying or telling the truth can change the course of history. The hauntingly beautiful art direction and atmospheric soundtrack pull you into this twisted fairy tale world, making it a must play for fans of challenging action RPGs, and it's an absolute gem on Xbox Game Pass. Wolfenstein II: The New Colossus is everything you want in a first-person shooter. Fast-paced action, an engaging story, and jaw-dropping set pieces. The game continues the story of BJ Blazkowicz as he leads his resistance against a Nazi-controlled America in an alternative history setting. The combat here is very visceral and satisfying, letting you dual-wield absurdly powerful weapons and mode out enemies in a variety of creative ways. Stealth options are now also available for players who prefer a more tactical approach, but to be honest, what sets the newer Colossus apart is its narrative. It's very bold, emotional, and surprisingly funny, with moments of levity. The characters here are very memorable, the dialogue is very sharp, and the stakes are incredibly high. Whether you're a long-time fan of the series or a brand new newcomer, this is one of the most polished and exciting shooters on Xbox Game Pass that you'll ever play. Now, Slay the Spire combines the strategic depth of a card game, but with the replayability of a roguelike. Every single run in this game starts with a simple deck, but as you ascend the titular spire, you'll add new cards, relics, and abilities to create some pretty devastating combos. No two runs are ever the same thanks to that procedurally generated levels and unpredictable enemy encounters. The game's 4 unique characters each offer a very distinct playstyle. For example, the Ironclad focuses on brute strength and health regeneration, while the Silent relies on poison and agility. Balancing risk and reward is really key though, so do you play it safe or push your luck for potentially game-changing rewards? The art style is very minimalist yet charming, and the gameplay loop is just endlessly addictive. If you're into strategy, deck building or roguelikes, Slay the Spire will keep you hooked for dozens of hours. Then, closing out our list is Yakuza Like a Dragon, a bold reinvention of the beloved Yakuza series. This time, the game swaps its traditional beat-em-up combat for a full-on turn-based RPG system, and from experience, it's absolutely amazing. You'll play as Ichiban Kazuga, a lovable underdog who assembles a ragtag team of misfits to take on powerful enemies and uncover a deep conspiracy. The combat is very dynamic and absolutely hilarious, with over-the-top special moves like summoning a flock of pigeons to attack or just calling in a giant lobster as a bit of backup. But it's not just about the fights in this game. The game's story is one of the best in the series, blending heartfelt moments with some very absurd humor. And you may be wondering about the side content. Well, it's absolutely wild. From karaoke battles to running a business empire, there's always something ridiculous and fun to do in Like a Dragon. If you've never played a Yakuza game, this is the perfect entry point, especially on Xbox Game Pass. So, there you have it, 20 incredible games on Xbox Game Pass for you to dive into this December. Whether you're in the mood for fast-paced action, deep narratives, or chill indie experiences, there really is something for everyone. Which one of these will you be booting up first? Let me know in the comments below. And whilst down there, if you liked the video, drop a like and also subscribe for more Xbox content every single day. A big shout out to our channel members, thank you for your continued support, and I cannot wait to see more content being added for you soon. If you want to join our channel members, you can join with the link below. Whilst here, why don't you check out our most recent video as we covered some awesome games that are coming to Xbox and Game Pass in this coming week.